So just gonna go pick up a new bike. Paid for it whilst I was away and had a family member go collect it, and friend. Don't have very high hopes, but I'm gonna get it, and then we'll unload it and we'll talk about it and see what the score is, because I haven't seen it. So here we go. This is what I've just been and picked up. Suzuki GSXR 400 GK76A. Shares a few parts with the RGV, such as forks, mudguard, discs, wheels, brakes, clocks originally, although this has what I think might be from a Honda Grom. Yeah, do you know what? I don't even know if it turns on. No, dead as a dodo. Oh yeah, some of the switch gear is the same if it was running original switch gear. So the idea behind this one is get it working, use it as a track day toy instead of the RGV that I've just done. It did have a daytime MOT. It's been sat for a few years. I've been speaking with the guy for probably 2 years about trying to buy it, and yeah, I finally got it for a good price. Originally wanted 1,500 quid. It might have been 2 grand as a runner, but it's just sat and sat and sat and sat. Now it doesn't run. And got it for 500 quid. So yeah, let's get it out, start stripping it down. I think because I know it's been sat for so long, the first thing I'm going to do, and I might regret it, is get those carbs off, empty the fuel tank, because that fuel will be no good, get the battery on charge. I might just go and buy a new battery. So I'm going to get it out, and then we'll see what's what. So it's taken me about 15 minutes to strip it down and look at some sins. So things that I've noticed: no fans. Okay, fair enough. Race bike, although this has been used on the road recently, is my understanding. All bolts were loose that I've touched, so always good. Looks like spark plugs have been replaced recently, because I just nipped one out. There was no clamps on the airbox rubbers. Wiring has been cut unnecessarily, and then I say unnecessarily, it's been cut and then repaired, or cut out, used for racing, and then put back on, but not very well. I've got the carbs off. They're over here. They look quite clean, to be honest with you, but I'm gonna take the bowls off and see what's what. Now, because there's no original left-hand switch gear, which is where the choker cable would connect to, it's got no choker cable, so I think they were just putting their hand in and pulling the lever towards them until it starts and warmed up or whatever. Now, the guy I bought it from said it wouldn't start anymore, and said something about the starter relay possibly being faulty. So I'm going to go get a new battery in a bit. Unfortunately, it is 7:47 a.m. on Monday the 7th of July. So the shops aren't open yet, which is good because it lets me get through this and see what's what. This annoys me. Why have you put this on here? Anyway, because I don't know how you balance the carbs on this, because there's only one oh that wants some attention, doesn't it? Not ideal. Yeah, well, there's only one of them, and there's no bolt holes, because normally you get like a little bolt hole to screw them into, and I can't see anything. So definitely need to do something about that, because that would be a problem. Well, the colour of that fuel isn't going to be helping it run, so it's looking a little bit rusty. Yeah, it's definitely a bit varnishy. You can see that those jet slips gummed up. So it looks like we're going for a full clean. I say full clean. We're just going to clean the jets and the bowl, and then I'll run an airline over it as well. Yeah, happy days. Okay, so I've stripped down carb ends 1 and 4. I'm not going to touch the mixture screw because I don't have any of the base settings. I can't read what the numbers are on the jets because they're so gummed up and varnished. I probably need to order one of those Light Tech kits, carb kits. I think it works at about 80 quid or something. It looks like it's had one recently because those gaskets look nice, and not, 25-30 years old. But I'm still going to try and see if I can get it running today. Give these a clean still. Just waiting for Halfords to open so I can pop down there and see what's what. Get a battery and some carb cleaner. I've just got the two bowls and all the jets sitting in a bowl of fresh fuel for an hour. Then I'm going to put them in the ultrasonic cleaner. Then I'll run an airline over them and put them back in. I'll also give all of this a clean, run the airline over that. I don't want to. The slides open and close okay. Needles look okay. So I'm not going to take the top half apart. Yeah. See what's what shortly. So I've given the carbs a clean and put them back on. I am going to order a seal set for it because although it looks like it's had some, where it's been sitting, it's ruined the ones on the where the needle goes in, on that jet holder. It's sort of like that sort of big little black ones. 3 out of 4 were basically mush, so it's not going to run properly, but I've just filled the carbs up with some fuel, just make sure they don't leak. They're not leaking, which is good. Haven't done an oil change yet. That's going to come later if I can get to start. Got a brand new US battery. We're going to put that on in a second. I'm going to leave the airbox throttles off, the airbox tubes off, just so if I need to give it some encouragement with a bit of squirt, I can get to the mouths easily enough. Ideally I'd like to build up some oil pressure, but I don't think it cranks without the thing is, like, I mean, actually I could just pull the spark plug caps off, so I might just pull them off and build some oil pressure before I try and start it. I'm going to do it off camera whilst, well, get the battery on and just crank it over and look at the, well, I'll come back to us when I put the battery on and we see what that dash looks like. Yeah, a friend of mine says it looks like 100 grom, so we'll see. Fingers crossed, should start. Back in a minute. Okay, battery's on. We're in neutral. Do we just go for it? Does it crank? Oh, hang on. Let's get a bit of choke. Let's find an angle here. Oh, I need to block that breather. Nope. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh, hello. Okay, well, it didn't sound like it was banging and popping and going, sounding bad, so I reckon we get the carbs tightened up, tighten up the airbox and get some fresh fuel and then see what we're left with. But that was promising. A few pops and bangs, kind of expected because the carbs have been apart, it's been sat for 5 years. Yeah, let's get to it. So, we are running. There's still some work to be done, clearly, because it shouldn't be popping and banging like that. Turn that off because I don't actually know if there's any coolant in it. So it's running and I think it will start on the button. Yeah, cool. At least now it's warm. It's a little bit smoky because I put some oil down the inlet manifold, but she starts, so that's a start. So I think the plan is now order a carb rebuild kit because I know I need some of the rubbers. I need new coil because this one is faulty. I fashioned something on there at the minute, but the way the prongs are, they're up here on this other one. It doesn't really fit properly. So I'm going to get, do you know what, I'll probably order 2 new coils. 2 new coils. I'm going to do the coolant and oil next. And then I think I'm going to give it a jet wash. I've gone over the old airline to get rid of all the loose dirt. Yeah, progress. At least it's not dead and it doesn't sound like a bag of spanners. So, but that exhaust is definitely too loud. That ain't passing no track day rules. There is a baffle for it somewhere, so I might try that out. I can't imagine it's a real Yoshimura, and the main reason I think that is because of how we've got these attached to the frame. But yeah, and also I've never seen a Yoshi with a slash cut, so this is gonna be some cheap Chinese shit, I expect. Alright, the work continues. Alright, I think she's pretty much on the button, but bits obviously still need to be ordered. Is that fuel? Oh, it does work. So there we go. That'll do for today. Thanks for watching.